There's one more important aspect of marketing that relies heavily on analytics, and that is sales funnel optimization. We discussed how marketers will pay close attention to the sales funnel and how they might split the purchase process in 4 different steps: awareness, interest, decision, and action. As you can imagine, getting people to the awareness stage usually involves quite a bit of time and effort and often budget. If you are introducing a new product, for instance, you need to get the word out to an audience that may have an interest in your product. Often, that involves developing an ad, buying advertising space, and so on. It's no wonder then that marketers want to closely study what happens next. That's where marketing analytics comes in, to help them understand if and how people make it through the sales funnel. Specifically, they want to identify points of friction, or points where people stop moving or leave the funnel altogether. Friction can happen at different points of the funnel. For instance, people may be aware of your product, but it may be hard to get them to become interested. That could happen if you just don't get your message across or don't explain the benefits of your product very well. That may mean you have to change your advertising message. You may also find that people who have become interested don't bite the bullet and decide to buy your product. That could be because a competitor may have a more attractive offer, or they may have a better message and people may decide to buy their product instead. And in some cases, you may see people who've decided to get your product, but they fail to take action. And that could be because there's friction in the checkout process, for instance, like on a website that's hard to navigate or that does not work well on a mobile phone. By studying the data on the number of people that make it from one stage to the next, or by evaluating the flow of how people navigate your website, these points of friction come to light, and that's what shows a marketer where they should focus their efforts and adjust their marketing strategy, or in some cases, parts of the product or the sales process. When James was evaluating the sales funnel for Snackwall, he saw that there was substantial drop-off from the decision to the action phase. Of the people that made it to the Snackwall website, only 11% ended up enrolling and thus purchasing the product. While James figured that some drop-off is natural, he and Aaliyah did a little bit more digging. In fact, they turned to Google Analytics and evaluated how people flowed through the different pages in the online checkout process. This is the type of report they were studying. We will learn more about these reports and Google Analytics later in this program. They saw that people who landed on the website did click on the Enroll Now button, but they did not submit their information when they landed on the next page. This puzzled James and Aaliyah, and they decided to interview a few target customers. They interviewed 5 people and had them go through the checkout process with them. As they were going through the website, all 5 of them told James and Aaliyah that they did not feel comfortable providing their name and company information without a clear idea about what a Snackwall subscription would cost them. As a result, James and Aaliyah created a quick cost calculator. Instead of the Enroll Now button, they now have a Learn More button. That leads people to a page where they are asked how many employees they have, and they get a quick calculation of the estimated costs of the Snackwall subscription. Then there is an Enroll Now button. After making this change to the website, James saw the enrollment percentage go up to 20%. As I'm sure you can imagine, James was glad he did some digging into the sales funnel data. Analyzing the sales funnel can highlight weak links in your sales and marketing process and give you clues as to what part of the process may warrant more research and where there may be opportunities for optimization.